Green IT is just one segment of a larger green tech or clean tech industry. Green IT is really a strategy in addition to a collection of technologies. It's not necessarily a market in and of itself. To date, it's been very nebulously defined and it's still relatively nascent in terms of deployment. There are a couple primary goals around green IT. First, reducing energy usage and costs, increasing capacity and performance, all while maintaining power and cooling issues. One of the interesting metrics that's come about is compute performance per kilowatt is now something that is on the mind of IT managers. One of the secondary goals is to achieve social responsibility by reducing carbon footprint. A recent study by Data Monitor has found that 75% of enterprises stated that green IT is a really important part of their operations. 15% stated that it's their top priority. So clearly, it's on the minds of IT managers out there in the industry. 20% have already deployed some aspect of green IT strategy. Roughly a third have plans to deploy a green IT strategy in the coming years. So it's clearly a market that's happening now, and vendors are delivering products and services to that market to address these problems and address these needs. There are really three types of enterprise IT customers if you boil it down. The first is focused on best practices from a data center design perspective. The second is really more focused on compute power per kilowatt, kind of thinking from it in terms of an inside-out perspective. And the third is looking at it as a green commitment. These folks have really little clue on how to implement a green IT strategy, thus the need for more information, more knowledge out there in the marketplace. There are a few high-level choices when it comes to looking at how to implement green IT. Consolidation of workloads, virtualization of servers and desktops, optimization, meaning putting the right applications on the right machines, and then the design of the data center itself. So at Greentech Media, we've created the first detailed green IT taxonomy. Quite frankly, the reason we did this is because none existed out there in the industry. You've got a confusing industry, and when you have that much confusion, it's very important to segment it and identify the different segments, how they interact with one another, so that the IT manager, the CIOs in these enterprises can better understand what this larger market looks like and how the pieces fit together. In reality, green IT, at the end of the day, it's a buzzword, but it's a buzzword for a very real market, for a very real problem. And I think that's why you're seeing such an emphasis and importance around green IT from CIOs and IT managers around the globe.